Well, hello folks. Today we're working on a pond that's been leaking. One of the tests that we do is we'll turn the system off and find out if it drops by itself. If it drops by itself, it actually stops to the bottom of this skimmer box opening, then we know that the skimmer box gasket is leaking. As you can see right there, it's just loaded with all kinds of roots, and the roots penetrate this skimmer opening. So we're draining the pond and we're going to expose all those roots, and that's usually, if it's not the biofall box that's leaking, that's usually our test. If we turn everything off and the water does not drop, then we know that it's in the waterfall. But if we turn everything off and it drops down to the bottom of the opening of that skimmer box, then we know that it's the skimmer and the roots have encroached on it. So we're going to do a repair today. So we'll give you a little close-up of how the roots came from this shrub, seeking out the nutrient-rich water from the pond. It's no secret that the nutrition in that pond gives life to the plants. And the roots seek out the water, and there's an interesting, scientifically proven analysis that the bacteria in the pond signals to the plants that there's a leak. There's a bacteria also in the dirt area as well. And there's an internet system set up by the mycelium, which is a fungus, and it gives messages to the trees and the shrubs that there's nutrient-rich water that's available to the plants, and then the plants get the directions from the bacteria via the mycelium, and they find the leak. And that's how you can see where it has just completely taken over this skimmer box. So we're gonna have to cut away all those roots and then repair that gasket. Okay folks, so far what we did is we drained the water down below the skimmer opening and we exposed those roots. The roots have completely gone through the whole skimmer box. You can see it's actually all the way down to the bottom of the skimmer, and it's completely devoured the opening. So you can get the magnitude of it. What kind of roots can take over your whole system. There you got it, right there. Now you can see how they went inside, and that's the evidence that the gasket's leaking. Right there. So now there's some screws on your skimmer opening. We're going to take those off, and we're going to open it back up. You can see where the roots completely devoured that opening. Look at that big beard. That big beard was around the inside on the pump side. Now it exposed all the screws. can see the screws. Some of them are corroded, so they'll need new ones. You can see those tap roots that went through the whole liner. So that was definitely a leak. Trimmed all the roots out of the back. Now we're going to remove the faceplate cover by taking the screws off and start over. Okay, so we just removed all the screws. Now this particular one, the faceplate cover comes off. And there it is, and then now you can see how all the roots took over the system. And you can see back in there how bad it is, really. Right like that. That's what causes the leak. And it goes in between the skimmer and the liner, penetrates the box. And this has been leaking for years, so. Okay, time to clean it up. Okay, pulling back the liner, that's what you get. Right there, nastiness, all the way down. Okay, we got all the roots off of the faceplate of this crazy thing. Now we gotta make sure that we put plenty of sealer, gasket sealer on there, so that guy doesn't come back. All it takes is a little leak and they'll go right back in there. It'll take a while though. Well, okay, we got it cleaned up. It's always a good idea to take some alcohol and clean the plastic and the liner as well. You can see that. Put a good portion of silicone on there. There's even a black silicone for waterproofing, but you get 100% silicone, and that'll work. Okay, now we're going to put the skimmer back on. A lot of people will put the silicone on the liner, but there's no need to put it on the liner. You just want to put it on the faceplate itself, and then you can adhere the faceplate. So some people put it on this side, which doesn't make any sense. So we'll put it on that side. Okay, she's in. You can see how the silicone is oozing out. That's a good sign. Ready to fill her back up. So, okay, we're all done with this project. So we're filling it up slowly. Usually when we fill it up, we just put it to a little trickle like that. Give time for the silicone to dry. And the fish won't get so full of chlorinated water so quickly. So take a few hours for it to fill up, and then we can turn it on. Just like that. Stay tuned for some more adventure.